Right, good afternoon, and I'm here on the Philosopher's Pathway, which is high above the river Neckar, I think that's how it's pronounced, here in southwest Germany in Heidelberg. Now, a lot of people might wonder why Heidelberg. Heidelberg itself is actually about 45-50 miles south of Frankfurt, and I came to Heidelberg on an arrangement to meet up with a friend that I met in Berlin way back in October. This friend's actually over here on business from a different country, not from Germany at all. This was arranged way back in December. Thought it would be a nice idea to come up and meet with a like-minded individual. So that's the reason why Heidelberg. Now, to give you a little bit of history of Heidelberg, Heidelberg is known for the sort of the romantic city of Germany. It largely survived the bombing in the Second World War because it wasn't seen as a military or strategic position, and also because the powers that be, both in American and British forces, see it as something of importance for historical value. It's also rumoured that the Americans wanted to build a garrison here should they win the Second World War. So behind me is the old bridge of Heidelberg and the castle of Heidelberg, which with a bit of luck, tomorrow when we've got better light, I'll do some more filming. I was going to, or I might still, complete some of the filming that I've done for Race Across Europe way back in October. I'm fully well aware that there are some things missing and things that need completing and stuff like that. But while I was out this afternoon scouting for locations and seeing what Heidelberg is all about, because I'm actually staying just up the road a little bit in a area called Dossenheim, and I'd had enough of dossing around Dossenheim for the last couple of days. So I've come and had a look at Heidelberg itself. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. It's got 100,000 inhabitants. A quarter of which are actually university students. So 25% of the population of Heidelberg is 30 years or under. Now, Heidelberg University is one of the oldest in Europe, certainly the oldest in Germany. It dates back to 1365. It's renowned for higher education. You get people of all nationalities coming to university here. Now, I've actually met some British girls here this afternoon who were quite happy to talk to me about their studies in Heidelberg. Now, naturally enough, it's advantageous for them to actually speak German. I'm sure you wouldn't go to a university in Germany without actually speaking German. But like I say, it's a renowned university, and it gives the city, town, city, I'm not sure if it's actually classed as a city, but it gives the city a very young and vibrant feel. It's very beautiful, it's very clean, and it's very efficient, just like Berlin, very clean and efficient. However, where Berlin, there's a lot of interesting stuff, but there's you know, around the centre, and there's areas of Berlin that are also quite interesting. There's a lot of suburbs that are not so nice, where I've walked around the whole of Heidelberg and it is beautiful. I thoroughly recommend coming to Heidelberg instead of Paris if you want to take a loved one away for like a long weekend or a romantic break. I genuinely feel that this town stroke city is that fantastic. It beats Paris hands down. I think Paris really has a reputation for being the city of love in Western Europe, but I think Heidelberg is way better place to come than Paris. Because it has a student population, it's actually not expensive to stay here. It's not expensive to eat, drink, things like that. Whereas, you know, you go to places like Paris and the prices for restaurants and, you know, food, drink, etc., and accommodation are just overinflated, purely because of the reputation it's built up over the many years. Now, I wouldn't say don't visit Paris. I mean, Paris is one of those must-see cities, but realistically, Paris has a lot of history and it's only in the centre, and everything, in my personal opinion, and I've been to Paris a few times now, and I've driven around Paris quite a few times as well. My personal opinion is Paris is very beautiful in the middle, but a bit of a shithole. Sorry to the French guys maybe watching this, but it is a bit of a shithole in the suburbs. Whereas here in Heidelberg, as I've just mentioned, all of it is fantastic. So there's a little brief rundown of Heidelberg. I've walked around for the afternoon, you know, midday afternoon, had a few errands to run earlier on. changing up some money and stuff, and took some pictures with my camera phone as well as with the digital SLR. I'll process some of the pictures from my camera phone later through Instagram to the Facebook feed. And like I say, with a bit of luck, I'll do a bit more filming tomorrow. Now, I am actually with my friend tomorrow all day, and we're going to go and visit the castle. And, you know, they've not seen any of Heidelberg itself because they've been on business at the university for the last 3 or 4 days. So we will actually go and visit places like the castle and stuff, and I will hopefully do some filming and pick up on a few points from some filming that I done, like my life story, where I got to part 3 and I actually pulled part 3 back down off of line until I was prepared to do more filming about a part 4, which sort of ties everything together. And now a bit more time has passed, I got a lot calmer, clearer mind, and I can be a little bit more objective about the whole situation. So now my friend knows everything, you know, throughout the last few years, and it's not just my opinion. They know all the details and the time frame and stuff like that, so they can stand there behind camera and they're not going to be shocked. They know about Trackergate, and you know, I know I've not discussed the stupidity or the stupid things that I did do last year. And I say Trackergate, I don't mean to poke fun at it, but me being me, I have to make light of certain subjects because there's no point in getting depressed about it. What's done is done. So yes, this certain individual, like a few other individuals in the UK, do know all about Trackergate and Lettergate, which is actually something that happened more quite recently. So yeah, we'll pick up on a few points hopefully with some filming tomorrow, so long as the weather holds out. It is supposed to be bright and sunny. So that's enough about Heidelberg, and we will catch up again hopefully tomorrow.